After World War One, Germany was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles. We're told that it was a peace treaty, but according to the 1921 London Schedule of Payments that Germany was then locked into, this was a financial contract. And this contracted Germany to pay reparations that are worth today $600 billion. At the time, it was 132 billion gold marks. To enforce this, Germany had to issue 3 sets of bonds. These German government bonds that they were forced to produce were bought by private investors, American bankers, and they were legally binding against future claims. So any future income that Germany was to make was to service the bond market. This links Germany's World War I obligations directly to global financial markets. Additional to this, Germany had to hand over 26% of the value of its exports every year. The official final payment by Germany on the reparations from Versailles occurred in 2010. So every year, from 1921 to 2010, the US bond market took 26% of all Germany's export revenue. So Germany did not officially finish its World War I linked financial obligations until 100 years after the war. During the war, the Allies had already begun seizing German assets, and so by 1918, 2/3 of Germany's overseas capital, which was estimated to be worth about 16 billion marks at the time, was confiscated by the Americans, by the Allies. But the US alone seizes at least 800 million of that, and another 800 million in German property. My sources are in the description, by the way. Articles 297-298 of the Treaty of Versailles retroactively legalise what had already occurred in ways of confiscation, and it sets up a system for future seizing and confiscation. Article 297 gives Allied governments control over German property. This includes physical property, but also patents and copyrights, and business ownership. And an annex, paragraph 18 of Annex 2, allowed Allied powers to continue confiscating German assets indefinitely. So the Germans can't print their way out of this. The treaty requires everything to be paid in gold. Article 248 puts a first charge on all state assets to cover reparations. And Article 249 required Germany to cover the United States occupation costs, also in gold. Article 244 blocks Germany from being able to move gold abroad. They need American permission to do that. John Maynard Keynes, the British economist and philosopher, refers to this as Carthaginian peace. What he means is it was designed to destroy the German economy. This was not about rebuilding or repairing reparations for anything. It's draining Germany of its gold. He said at the time, this treaty is focused on extracting value. It will not restore stability. And it doesn't. It leads to the Second World War. Things start to derail when it becomes obvious that Germany is not going to be able to keep up with these repayments. So what they do is the Dawes, which is the Dawes Plan, it's called the Dawes Plan this time. They say, okay, this was unreasonable, Germany, you're never in a million years going to be able to pay all these reparations, so here's what we'll do. America is your buddy, your friend, and they're going to pay back Britain for you. And then you can owe us, okay? Just chill, brother. We'll just put some military bases in your country. The situation leaves Germany financially dependent not just on the US government, not on the US government at all. It's been floated to the bond markets. It's now dependent on private capital. A country is at the whims of the Wall Street bros after World War I. And it creates a circular flow. US money goes to Germany to pay Britain. Britain is now paid Germany has to pay back America. You double the reparations. So all of that massive amounts of billions of euros of gold, double it and add interest. That's why it took till 2010. The entire structure of the Treaty of Versailles is contract law. It uses international law to enforce financial claims and subordinate Germany under US economic policy. This is what triggers the hyperinflation. Germany has to print money, otherwise people are going to starve, and doing that wipes out the middle class, which I do think was premeditated. I don't believe that these are opportunistic contracts by the United States and Britain. Their gains on the other side are far too substantial for this just to be a happen chance, coincidence. How convenient for us that everything is structured yet again to service the bond markets. Oh, America didn't think about that in advance. There's no way this was an accident. There's no way a critically minded human being can read these sources, read that treaty, and think that America didn't premeditate World War I. This is a visible, documented, structured transfer of economic power from one colonial to the other.